What's the roster thing again? Remind me.
Did you? Oh no.
We had to make a
What?
roster, an
Give me
all-time
1 second
roster
to make
for
sure that's working.
playoffs.
Oh, right. No, I have that. Okay, we're good.
Okay, you got
And
that.
we're
All
on.
right.
Hello and
Good.
welcome to the Parking Lot Show here on YouTube,
Hey.
on the
Hello.
Parking Lot YouTube channel. Today is a great day. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining us on this night. And a lot of big things happening, not only in the sport of baseball, as spring training has officially gone underway, and a lot of our teams are working hard to make those final roster spots, but we also have a lot of things going on in the NFL space, and we really want to cover that. So why don't we start with that right now? I don't know. Do you guys want to cover the good things or the bad things? What's first?
Let's leave yours for last. How's
Let's
about
leave mine for
that?
last.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna cover the other two guys in this room then. If you guys wanna
You
choose
want to
who
go?
goes first.
You want to go first, Chris, or do you want me to?
I'll defer because I saw a couple things regarding that.
All right. So, I'm a Vikings fan, and unfortunately, fan favorites and basically basic a fan favorite. Kyle Rudolph was released, and for roster for the cap, we are $9 million over the cap, and all of Minnesota is heartbroken. He posted a very nice letter and saying that he will always be a Minnesotan no matter where he decides to play, and it's just hard all over Vikings country. It's just very hard that he left. Very beloved.
Yeah. So it's funny. I grew up, not anymore, but I grew up as a Notre Dame fan. And I saw Kyle Rudolph in college, and the guy is a freak. The guy's a monster. Definitely
He
goes up for
is.
those balls. He fights for those one-on-ones in the red zone. So that's a really good
He
player
worked
leaving
his ass.
Minnesota. He worked his ass off. He
He
did.
he worked his ass off. He didn't ask for any. He didn't ask for any recognition. Just all around good guy, and he will be dearly missed here in Vikings country.
Even Alex is sad because he caught a pass that eliminated the Saints.
Yeah, it makes me happy. I think that's only
Hey,
revenge for
you
the
guys
Bounty
could go
Bowl.
get him now.
That is
We could
true.
get him
That
if
is
we had
true. You
money.
guys could use a tight end,
The the
especially
three
If
of
we
lately.
you,
had any
any
money.
three of you could go get him.
That is very true.
I just hope he
Hmm.
wins a ring.
We don't have any money.
All right. So we did a questionable move. The Miami Dolphins fan here. Um, we released Kyle Van Noy a year after signing him to a 4-year extension. A player that um, Tom Flores, brought from the New England Patriots. Supposedly, the
Yeah.
move is because the Dolphins want to make a splash signing, whether it's trading for Deshaun Watson or getting another big name in the defensive in the defensive side of the ball, or a receiver for another weapon for Tua. So we're either going to get free agent signings to back up Tua, or we're going after Watson.
So
That's
are
a
you
very
looking?
big.
Sorry,
Sorry,
go
go ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead, Alex.
I was gonna say that was a very big give and take. So in one sense, you're losing a pretty notable piece of your defense, but at the same time, you can at least free it up and get closer to winning the Watson sweepstakes.
Yeah, we freed up a couple. We are in a good cap room. The thing is depending on what are we gonna do exactly? Are we gonna try for Deshaun, or are we gonna try to build around for Tua?
Yeah, so now the question is, are you looking at this trade with optimism, or are you still looking at, or at least not the trade but the release, are you looking at this release with optimism, or are you kind of like, well then why the fuck did we lose this guy? What was the choice here?
I Depending on what we do, I can't really grasp it now. It was a key. He was a key point to our defense, and also with Xavier Howard leading the way with the interceptions. The thing is that he wants to get like a player similar to what we had with Minka Fitzpatrick, but we traded him to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now we have their 6th-round pick, I think. But it all depends on what we do with Deshaun Watson, whether we trade our picks to Houston, but we get Deshaun Watson, or we build around for Tua, which is going to be the tricky part. I think we won't find out till probably draft day.
Well, remember, Chris, you have the 3rd overall pick, I believe. Third.
Yeah,
I
we
know
have
it's
the
top
3rd
5.
overall pick, and I don't even know what we're going to do.
You're gonna
So
send
you guys
Bill
have-
O'Brien a Christmas card.
Rapunzel, definitely.
Sorry,
I think
didn't
a lot,
hear
Yes.
that.
a
I didn't
lot,
hear
of,
what
a
you
lot
said.
of people owe Bill O'Brien a big ass thank you for fucking up the Houston Texans.
Oh yeah,
We
I
owe him
know,
a we owe him a
I
Christmas
need
card.
to.
we owe him a Christmas card. We're
Even the
gonna
Rams.
we're all gonna send him a Christmas card with like a gift card to Chipotle or something.
Something like that.
I'll give him a $5 Starbucks card.
Add to.
That's $5 Starbucks.
Hope you can enjoy this with your unemployment check. Here you go.
You know, actually no, he got a job. I think where is he? Is he in like Alabama or Texas A&M?
Yeah, he's in Alabama, I think.
Oh
The
god.
coordinator for
Oh,
Alabama.
he gets to suck off Nick Saban's teeth now. Okay.
Well,
Another
Nick Saban
ex-Patriot.
makes all the calls, so he's basically just there to
Let's.
get paid to do nothing.
I don't want to talk about Nick Saban, please.
He's just there to get
Florida
paid.
fan.
He's gonna be getting paid to do nothing because Nick Saban makes. all
No,
the
it's not
calls.
that. It's just he screwed over the Dolphins when he was here.
Well, everybody
Saban
gets
is
screwed
actually-
over by Nick Saban, but no, that's not the
Thing
point.
is-
The point is that Bill O'Brien's gonna go to Alabama just to basically get paid to do nothing because Nick Saban doesn't let any of his coordinators make the call. He's the greatest coach
Oh, of course.
greatest college coach of all time. Why would you make coordinators make the call? So he's gonna
Oh,
sit
that's
there
a
getting
good
paid to do jack shit.
I kind of agree with Chris though. Nick Saban's a bit of an asshole from
We
how he
all
left
know
because
Nick
he even
Saban's an
promised.
asshole.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't have to go over that, but
No.
I will say even the Rams owe him a card because he gave us 3 second-round picks, one of which became Cam Akers.
Oh wow.
Jesus
We got a
Christ,
first-team
guy.
All-Pro running back with that pick. Thanks, Bill.
I know that players get drug tested, but do we ever drug test Bill O'Brien to figure out why he made some of those decisions? I think we should. I
Hey,
honestly think we
The
should.
first coach you should drug test is
Holy
Adam Gase.
Fuck, why? Who should we drug
Yeah,
test?
Adam
definitely Adam
Adam
Gase.
The
Gase.
first coach you should drug test.
No,
Yeah.
you drug test the Jets front office for why they took so long to fire his ass. That's my question. Why was he in
Drug
his
test
job
for why
for
they
that?
fired
You
him
need a
again.
drug test.
Fuck?
Or how about Freddie Kitchens?
That's a good
Not as
question.
much, but that's still hilarious.
All right, and the big splash.
So that's all you guys want to get off your chest? Nothing big there? Well, no. Okay, I forgot to ask. So, what would be your choice then? If you're in the head office and you're like, yeah, Deshaun Watson's out there. Tua's got some promise.
Oh,
who
God.
you taking? I want to know
Dude,
who you taking.
Ooh.
You put
You know
me.
what?
You put me in a
You know
spot.
what? Same question goes to Tanner. You keeping Cousins or are you taking Watson? Same question goes to Tanner. You keeping Cousins or going? I want to know.
I don't think.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
all right, all right.
I'm taking Watson.
You're taking Watson.
I'm sorry, I'm taking Watson.
Ooh.
You put me in a spot. You put me in a
Hey,
spot.
welcome to sports. This is an actual.
No,
because
because the thing is that Watson is a proven commodity, but the thing is that the riskier thing would be Tua, but you don't know if that will pan out.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm not sure if it's just my dislike for Ryan Fitzpatrick for ruining people from developing, but like the fact that they had to resort to Fitzpatrick instead of Tua. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I would have been fine with letting Tua. Like I said before the season started, and I told my dad, I told everybody, I would have preferred Tua sitting out the whole year instead of putting him on. Now, don't get me wrong, he did good. I'm proud of what he did. I love
Wasn't bad.
what I saw. But I don't know if
Well-
putting Fitzpatrick would have damaged his confidence. I don't know what's gonna happen going forward. If I had to pick, man, I don't know if I could. I mean, the safe question will probably be pick the trade. And if we do the trade, we're competing for the division. How far can they go? I don't know.
That's definitely for sure. That'll definitely
Puts
be the
them
big
firmly in
question.
second.
Is it all off your chest now? Is it all off? I don't want to,
Yes.
because like I know that everybody's gonna be talking about this, so I want to make sure you guys got off everything you wanted to get off before I get onto it.
We'll have
We
a
need
more
Yin.
once
Where's Bruce? We need Yin's a minute.
Bruce
he's in
probably
math class.
forgot.
He's in math class.
So, all right,
Ah,
I guess
fuck.
it's my turn. As the Cardinals fan
Go
in the
ahead.
room, I'm obviously doing backflips, doing the splits, and screaming to the top of my lungs because they signed probably the best player in free agency this season in J.J. Watt. The man, the beast, the legend, the guy who is definitely going to solve our weak defense that it was last season. And a lot of people are asking if they can make a title push. Not a title push, but expect us to be a big playoff contender. Expect us to be a big run in the division. This is a great pick, and it's really funny as well because everybody's like, "Oh, well, they already completed the package with DeAndre Hopkins and now J.J. Watts. Now they're gonna go get Watson." No, I have said this since the beginning of me joining this stream that I am the biggest lover of Kyler Murray as a quarterback. I have the biggest love in the world for mobile quarterbacks that are in the NFL. I am sticking with Kyler. As much as Deshaun Watson is some of those aspects, I do not see him doing that as much as Kyler Murray.
I kind of agree with that. I mean, that's why I kind of think the rumors are stupid. Why would they? I mean, I don't see anything inherently bad about Kyler. I mean,
No. I mean, people are saying the same thing about Tua. People are already throwing Tua off, saying that Miami's going to go sign Deshaun Watson. No, give him time.
Kyler's at least relatively decent, though. He's put up good numbers. He's mobile. He's actually got the ability to read offenses pretty well. He's got a lot of talent to showcase, and I mean, in the 2 seasons, he's actually shown a significant improvement. And I mean, next year he could prove us wrong even more and actually go off and be in the MVP running.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, I don't see anything inherently wrong with him.
No, and I don't either.
No.
So I love this J.J. Watt pickup. I love Watt being on our line, and we're building. We're building. Now, granted, as we know, dream teams don't always pan out. We're still yes, the Browns have gone from 0-16 to where they are now, but when they picked up Odell Beckham, everybody asked if they were going to go win a Super Bowl, not barely make it to the playoffs.
Well, he got hurt.
So the thing is, we definitely can make some big, strong plays here and get a really, really good season. I wouldn't say Super Bowl yet. We have still a lot of areas to fill. We still have a lot of places.
Also,
are we in the right way and the right path? Oh, hell yeah! Expect if Cliff Kingsbury and everybody in that front office can keep on making good moves, expect us to be Super Bowl contenders. And Arizona needs this after how long it's been since they've been in the playoffs and in at least a champion or division.
Larry Fitzmagic deserves at least one more shot at a ring as well.
Oh, definitely. But anyway,
the problem with that is
all the shit he's been put through.
What's the problem?
Definitely.
What's the problem,
Alex?
Alex?
The major problem with the Cardinals is, so this is the 2020 draft. They had the most defensive picks of any team. Picked inside linebacker Isaiah Simmons, outside linebacker Josh Jones, defensive tackle Leiki Fotu, and defensive tackle Rashard Lawrence, and then inside linebacker Evan Weaver. This was every single person I just mentioned made the starting lineup, and only one person, Buda Baker, that is, made the Pro Bowl out of all those defensive picks. Now, I mean, now that I mentioned it, only two other people from the Cardinals roster, I should say, actually made the Pro Bowl, being Hopkins and Murray. But I don't know, the fact that they had that hyped of a draft, because CBS gave them an A+ for how many defensive picks they tried to double down on, Fox gave them an A-, and they had, oh my god, they had the 18th best overall defense. They had the 22nd ranked rush defense and the 8th best pass defense.
Yeah, no, so that's true. Your draft is not always going to go well. Your picks are not going to always be the best. But a thing I want to counteract with that is that was during the draft. That's every single pick, and a lot of those picks came in the 5th round, 6th round. So now let's add the 2021 draft. Let's add more 1st and 2nd rounders into that mix. The defense might slowly get into a good place that they need to be at.
Well, just see if it develops this year, because they even had, even at Prince Amukamara on their roster, in addition to Ezekiel Turner, neither of them managed more. God, the stats aren't that. Well, I'm not going to go into the stats.
That's that word, though. That's the word that you mentioned, though, is the key one: development. You can have as many players as you want, have as many big signings as you want. If they don't develop, it's not right. I think having somebody actually thinking about it now, if you actually play into the matter of the fact that veterans are a big deal, having J.J. Watt on that team with those young defensive draft picks, that's going to play very, very well for them. So
but look at who they've had though.
Right.
And the problem is he's been injury prone his past 3 seasons, and they've gone through people such as Terrell Suggs. They've gone through a lot of ex-Steelers. They've gone through a few ex-Ravens. And the thing is, people have mentioned that in the past. I just don't see it panning out for them. Like, Suggs was so bad that they actually cut him mid-season, and he went and won a Super Bowl.
I get that. I see that. I see that. This is a new team, though. This is a new team. Cliff Kingsbury is a young coach, and that's something that we have shown time and time again has been really helpful to the formula. Hasn't developed a Super Bowl ring, but like I said, we're not trying to shoot for a Super Bowl ring. We're trying to get to a place that the Cardinals have not been in years.
Decency.
At least get us to the championship game, the divisional championship game.
So divisional round. So is the NFC West gonna be like the group of death?
This next year, yes. Because what is it? It's the Cardinals, it's the Rams, it's the Seahawks,
the 49ers.
The
49ers.
Yep,
Seahawks and 49ers? Yeah.
Yep.
And the Rams.
I think 3 teams are coming out of
Cardinals
the playoffs in the West.
Here's the storyline. This is the storyline that ESPN and all those news groups are going to say when the season starts up. The Cardinals pick up with J.J. Watt and the brand new team led by Cliff Kingsbury. Matthew Stafford's redemption tour and showing that he is not a bust of a draft pick with the LA Rams. The Seahawks trying to make some noise and prove that they are still the Legion of Boom. And the 49ers showing that they can stay healthy and that their team is still as good as it was when they played in that Super Bowl 2 years ago. That makes them the division of death this next season.
It is the division of death, to be honest. I mean, the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, as pissed as he is, he hasn't found his way out yet. The only issue I see is the Niners. I mean, they could prove me wrong, kind of like what they did with I hate Robert Saleh. But the thing is, they had, I think, 3 notable departures. Brandon Ayuk's gone. They're gonna waive Sherman. There's several people they're not gonna re-sign now. And the thing is, and it depends entirely on how the luck goes in free agency, because they went way over the cap and had to shed a bunch of people mid-season. So it depends on really just the front runners being Fred Warner and Nick Bosa.
I'm sorry. I actually
can I make a
check? I want to double check on this.
Go for it.
So can I make a hot take?
Go.
We may, with how stacked the NFC West is, we may possibly have a last place team with 10 wins in that division.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I actually like that take.
That division, whoever blinks first
I
is
think
gonna mess up.
I think your 6th seed's going to come out of the West. I think your overall number 1's going to come out of the West, and a wild card, and there's going to be a wild card hosted out of the West, and there's going to be a 10-win team at the bottom. We're going to get screwed on tiebreaker.
Also, we have to address
eliminate the NFC East. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. I just wish Bruce were here because I want to debate something. Because he was saying that the NFC or AFC North is the best division in football, apparently.
Hey, so Alex, right now the 49ers haven't lost anyone. I'm looking through ESPN on free agencies, and they haven't lost anyone.
I thought they were gonna waive Sherman.
Sherman. At this moment, the only thing that has been close to Sherman leaving is just Sherman telling the press he has 2 more seasons in him.
What
Here we go. San Francisco 49ers have almost 40 free agents. Let me see. So,
oh, man. They have more than us.
Number 1 priority. So, Trent Williams. Okay, so Trent Williams need to be signed. Kyle Juszczyk, Quan Williams, and Jason Verrett need to be signed. DJ Jones, Ken Bourne, Kerry Hyder, Ben Garland, Jordan Willis, Jordan Reed, Dante Johnson, Deion Jordan, Joe Walker, Solomon Thomas, Jamar Taylor. Probably headed elsewhere. Richard Sherman, Jaquise Tart, Renald Blair. Ayuk is not on here. Ayuk is still under contract.
Ayuk? Oh, really?
Yeah, no, they still have Ayuk, but they're still. But you are not wrong on the fact that they have free agency hole right now.
I was gonna say because a lot of those I know are really big defensive playmakers. I know for a fact they're not going to be able to afford. Actually, a good chunk of them.
No, you're right. Yeah, they have a free agency hole, but Ayuk is still with the 49ers. Because remember, he was picked up on the draft like literally last year. I don't know how long rookie contracts go, but he should still be on a rookie contract.
I confused him with Quan Alexander, my bad.
Oh, Quan Alexander, okay.
They traded him mid-season to the Saints, remember?
Quan Alexander. I'm pretty sure he's still on this list.
Quan Alexander? If he's not there, check the Saints roster.
I see Trent Taylor. Oh, wait, I'll just look him up, Quan Alexander. But no, Ayuk is oh, wait, he's a linebacker.
Quan Alexander's on the Saints.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, sorry for that change. Yeah, no, Brandon Ayuk is a rookie. Brandon Ayuk is still on his rookie contract under the 49ers. He was just drafted last year. But they still have to focus on literally one of the three biggest names in football they have to re-sign. Richard Sherman, Kyle Juszczyk, Trent Williams. All are free agents if the 49ers do not re-sign them, and the only players they have been able to re-sign are backups. One of them being the great fabled Josh Rosen. So
the other problem is Raheem
Rosen.
They just stupidly paid Raheem Mostert a ton of money for a really bad fluke season, or not bad, but just a random fluke season, and then he put up terrible stats the rest of his time. They threw too much money at the wrong people, and now I think out with Saleh is going to go the defense if they don't find a way to scrape some cash together for these people.
So, Frank, how screwed are the Niners are in the cap?
Oof, that is a good question. 49ers cap.
I remember the cap is going down.
Let me check the cap status on.
I'm checking it right now. All right, 49ers cap.
Cap is going to be what, 180 million?
I think so.
Oh yeah. Man, that's bad.
Yeah, because before all this, it was going to be like 200 something, but now it's 180.
Why'd they drop it?
Because of COVID.
Oh yeah, teams can't afford the players anymore. Teams can't afford as many players right now.
Yeah, they dropped it because I think they got the league and the Players Association agreed to lower it because of the loss that teams were gonna get because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
exactly.
They lost a lot of money by not having fans in the stands.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
That's why
it gives me the table.
That's why the Saints are like almost 70 million over.
Saints have the worst cap situation. The thing is that they keep...
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. So the estimated cap, it says right now that with all of their players, they right now have 11 million to work with. That's not enough to pay all three. That's not enough to pay all three.
Ouch.
Knowing Sherman, he's gonna want
for those of you who
watch Sherman.
For those of you who watch our show, and this is your like main form of sports entertainment, or like this is one of your main ways that you get sports news, get subscribed, turn those notifications on. Next Wednesday, it has already been announced on the Pat McAfee show, and it was announced by an ESPN analyst who tweeted out. Next Wednesday is going to be an NFL massacre. The 49ers are one of those teams. They're going to be releasing someone. So get subscribed.
Every team's going to be releasing someone.
Get subscribed. Get here. This is going to be huge to see what happens.
It's going to be the guillotine. It's going to be like the French Revolution.
It definitely is because a lot of players are going to get released. The cap space this is the NFL's first year dealing with COVID numbers and dealing with the fact that they don't have as much money in their pockets as much because of all those ticket sales are gone. This is the first year dealing with this. So
Black Wednesday.
Teams are going to be letting players go. Get subscribed, turn on notifications. we will be here next Wednesday to give you the scoop on who is here and who
Let me
is
tell
gone.
you, coming from a Rams fan, nobody is safe because we're going to be losing some notable people too.
And just to put a heads up out there, the team that releases like 3 to 4 players all at once is the team that will sign Deshaun Watson. Mark my words. I am putting that prediction out there right now. The team that releases 4 to 5 players, no matter what their cap space is the team that is going to sign Deshaun Watson. I am putting that prediction out there right now.
That's what the Dolphins been doing.
So pretty much. So what I'm guessing is that unless you are a starter player for the Saints, your ass is gone.
You could say that for a lot of teams.
I don't think that's even a guarantee.
Unless you are Drew Brees, Michael Thomas,
and which even then, Drew Brees still hasn't
Taysom
come out.
Hill.
Drew Brees still hasn't come out to officially say he's retiring, so we don't even know when that's going to happen.
It's been taking too long. The problem is it's been putting the Saints in an even worse situation because they're going to owe him more money.
Oh shit, that's right.
So what happens if he retires? Let's say he retires.
If he retires, they're going to take a major cap hit for the next 2 seasons, but then it'll start to level out in the end because by then they can.
They can't take a new.
Can't.
They can't take a new quarterback.
There's $70 million in the hole.
So it's not like the NHL that he retires. That's it.
Well, I don't know too much about the money. I don't know too much about the money in the NFL. I don't know what happens when it comes to retirement.
Retirement, no, it's the same. It's like the Cowboys for a while had a tank because after Aikman retired in the midst of a kind of like right where Big Ben would have been if he actually retired. Aikman retired in the middle of a 7-year contract, and they had got tons of cap hits for a couple of years before they could get Romo.
So the thing is that no matter what, if Brees retires, no matter whether they take the money, whether he gets more money when he retires or he leaves it on the table, the Saints are going to have a long time before they can get a quarterback like Brees, and I don't know if the Saints are going to draft. I don't know if the Saints are going to draft one.
They're in big trouble. The thing is,
the Saints are fucked for a
back to the paper bag.
while.
Let me make another comparison between them and the Rams. The problem is, the Rams default after the Super Bowl run. They threw money at the wrong people, but managed not to dig themselves too deep in the hole to actually bait people like Ramsey into LA. I mean, the situation isn't great, but I mean, they at least managed to stay afloat for the time being. The Saints extended the hell out of people in such a one-sided maneuver. Like, they extended Kamara. They didn't even bother to check on Cam Jordan's contract. They threw way too much money on a rookie signing bonus for Marshawn Lattimore. And then don't even get me started on the Thomas contract. And so the Saints decided to plan for this magical offensive future without realizing, okay, your quarterback's aging. He's not really, he showed signs of decency in 2019, but seriously, you're getting the benefit of a division that has the Panthers, well, before Brady, the Bucks, which were truly god-awful, and then obviously the Falcons, who are just a flaming tire fire right now. In complete honesty, they've dug themselves in such a terrible, terrible hole of money, and and their sort of ambition to plan for the future. I didn't even get to the part that they threw $7 million as a rookie signing bonus for Zach Bond on the draft to beat Les Snead.
Well,
where are they getting this money from? Are they holding up?
The past is the past. That's what we got.
The Benson family makes a lot of money with used cars.
Hey, I mean, when your city's, I think, $80 billion in debt due to Hurricane Katrina damage, you got to play football.
Also, can I talk something? Speaking of the Saints, can I talk something here? Who the fuck is the mayor, and what kind of crack is this fucking lady on? What crack is the mayor of New Orleans, who came out saying, "Hey, Deshaun Watson, I know you're still looking for a team, but New Orleans is gonna accept you with open arms." Yeah, fuck you, Drew Brees. Get the fuck out of New Orleans, you bitch. Man doesn't give a fuck about your ass, bro. What is she on? What is she on?
They're gonna rob
what is she on?
They're gonna hold up a
What is that lady on? The fact that she goes, "Oh yeah, Drew, yeah, come here, Deshaun Watson. Yeah, we don't give a fuck about Drew Brees. Fuck you, and fuck your Super Bowl win. All right, we care about the future. And Deshaun Watson is the future. Get the fuck out of
you.
My
Do you realize what that means? Hey, there's a more subtle and a more humble undertone underneath that all. I can tell you what it is. Basically, she's just asking him to hurry the hell up and retire already so they can save money. Saying, all right, you've already thrown an interception and lost to Brady in the playoffs. Now give us the money or get
Guys,
out.
you know what that is? You know what that is? It's the meme with the guy whose face is completely covered except for the eyes, just with the stick saying, "Do something."
Come on.
Looking at Brees, do something.
That is the state of Drew Brees at the
Basically,
moment.
what the mayor is telling Drew Brees: do something. Fuck that lady, bro. She's an asshole. I hated that when I saw it. I'm like, oh, you don't know
I didn't know
sport. Shut the
about
fuck
that.
up.
Never mind, he's
been
been the face of your city since 2005. Never mind, he was the moment of hope following Katrina. No.
Yeah.
Never mind, he's the only quarterback to lead your team to a Super Bowl.
That lady does not know
appearance
sports.
or title.
Yeah, that. Oh my god. She just wrote.
Should we remember that they had to wear paper bags on their head for God knows how long?
Does anyone remember that they actually broke at that point in time, the most lopsided regular season score at the hands of the Rams, 43-0, the hands of the greatest show on turf.
Oh god. Or the fact that they had to wait 22 years to even get to the playoffs. I mean, what the? Oh
Did
my
we even
god.
mention the fact that they actually screwed the city over, demanded $18 million to clean out the Superdome, while the city was, I think, $85 billion in debt because of Katrina?
You know what? I'm so pissed.
Yeah, because they would have moved to San Antonio or something.
I'm so pissed.
They would have.
I'm so pissed. I'm looking this lady up. Her name is Latoya Cantrell. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Can you?
They were on the verge to move to San Antonio.
You should hire a government official you should hire a government official who's in charge of you understanding sports history because you don't know jack fucking shit about your own city. Go read a book.
He's been the best player the Saints have ever had. Other than he's been the best player they've ever had.
Oh,
best player ever. Let's not even Archie Manning. Come on.
Well, because Archie Manning never even made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, he got bent over by the Pro People Eaters or someone like that.
God.
No, because the Vikings were in the NFC Central. They got bent over by the Fearsome Foursome.
Yeah.
Why was that? Wait, time out. I need to clarify something. That's a nickname in sports?
Yeah, the Fearsome Foursome. That was the Rams.
The Fearsome Foursome, yeah.
In the 70s.
The Purple People Eaters, that was the Vikings.
I'm not going to say the title of the website that I'm thinking of because we'll get taken down and age restricted, so I'm not going to say it. But I think we all know that there is some freaking out of context shit going on there. I'm not going to say it.
God damn it, Frank. Get your head out of the gutter, you
Get my head out of the gutter.
You're turning into EDP now.
White people.
No, if this was an EDP stream, we'd be filming this from on the toilet.
Just took a mean ass shit in Chipotle.
In a Chipotle.
See, you know what? Okay. Do you mind if I go off contact with a comment here?
Go for it.
I don't think I've ever gotten Chipotle shits in my life, and I've eaten Chipotle so many fucking times. My favorite fast food. I don't think I've ever gotten Chipotle.
Yeah, me
shits
too.
In my life.
I
don't get where that comes from.
I get it from Taco Bell. I don't get it from Chipotle.
Oh yeah, no, Taco Bell for sure.
I get it from McDonald's.
McDonald's?
The McShits.
The McShits.
Yeah.
The McShits. Yo, if we were a gaming channel, we would totally make if we were doing a online team thing, we would make our name the McShits. If we were playing pro clubs and NHL or something, just the McShits. Oh my
The toilet plungers.
Hey, for all of you that's watching right now, do you want to watch us play video games? Do you want us to watch us play sports games?
I suck at
could be
video
a possibility.
games, man.
That could be a possibility. Just let us know.
You and Chris could do
Put
that.
it in the comments. Put it in the comments if you want to see us play sports video games. Let us know in the comments.
Smash the like, smash the sub button, and drop a comment.
Smash the sub. Let us know if you want us to play sports video games and record it. I will
comment,
do that.
Like, subscribe,
and hit the bell. Hit
the bell.
Man, that went on a long tangent.
Right.
That's what the NFL.
Yeah.
That's what the NFL does to you. It goes on a long fucking tangent. Holy shit. Is there anything else I missed? I don't know. Like I said, subscribe next Wednesday. NFL massacre, and we will capture it all here on this show. So subscribe if you haven't already, because it is going to be fun. A lot of fun. I cannot wait. It makes me feel bad because I would love to have this much fun on the hockey show. I would love to have that much fun on that show.
Trade deadline.
Well, yeah. So, but that's in April. We still have an
Trade
entire
deadline.
month.
It's on a Monday.
Yeah, I know, but we still have an entire month until that happens. Like, it hasn't happened yet. I would love to have that happen. Like, I would love to have that happen now. But no, we have to wait an entire month until the trade deadline. Even then, what big moves are gonna come out of the trade deadline? Unless somebody makes the fucking trade of the century, we won't fucking get anything. Anyway, that was just a quick plug. Mondays, same time, we talk about hockey. So if you're also a hockey fan and would love to hear us talk hockey, we specifically talk it on Mondays. On the same YouTube channel. It's called Parking Lot Hockey Club. Yeah, make sure you subscribe for that as well.
All right, there we go.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Ooh.
I'm joining the club.
Oh, Montreal
wearing
Red hat
Expos.
there, buddy?
That's the Montreal Expos.
That is the Expos hat. Good eye.
Oh, nice.
Nice, that's awesome.
We're all wearing red.
I have my
Nice.
Fred Durst
For the most
red
part.
Dodgers hat over there.
He was like, yeah, so we all get on, we all notice we're all wearing red. So Alex goes, should I wear red? I'm like, you're a Dodgers fan. I thought you hate that color.
No, not necessarily. I'll show you why. Wait one sec.
Oh my god.
He hates orange.
I do hate orange.
He hates orange. I hate
He
orange.
definitely
Fuck
hates orange.
bro.
What's funny is that the Montreal Expos threw a perfect game. Dennis Martinez threw that perfect game against the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
there we
did.
El Presidente. Oh,
Hey.
Oh, there you go. So now we're bringing in gang hats. All right, let's keep on going with the show.
so
That's a Southern California joke for anybody who knows about gangs in Southern California. That was a Southern California joke for you.
Hey, I can get into Angel Stadium this time. I can get out of the parking lot.
Get out of the parking lot. Hey.
I don't have to wear
Angels.
ankle monitor.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny going to an Angels game, like an Angels Dodgers game with Dodger fans at Angel Stadium, because so you're not allowed to drink in the parking lot at Angel Stadium, and Dodger
what's the
fans don't
point?
know that. Dodger fans don't know that, so they drink even though they're not supposed to.
We drink regardless.
Damn.
We
what's the
drink
point?
regardless. What? What'd you say? What was the point?
We
I don't know
drink
what the
regardless.
point is. I don't know why they don't let them do that.
The thing is, like, actually going back what you're saying about why we hate red, I don't think, I mean, we mostly just, the Angels have been a punchline to us, but the thing is that there are teams that we do genuinely hate. Like, for instance, we hated the Reds in the 70s, 2000s, we hated the Cardinals. Like, I still hate, like, Molina is probably one of my least favorite players in the league. Then, there's a few people, like, we just, yeah, and the Phillies, like, we ran into the Phillies, I think, 4 times in the postseason.
Right. Anyway,
Yeah, I
on
can't
that note,
stand
though,
Phillies.
speaking of baseball, it's time to get to the big thing. So, our co-host, Tanner, bottom right of my screen, he gave us this idea for a game that we are going to play on here. What we're going to do is we plan this ahead of time. We are going, we're going to, what am I thinking of? Sorry. We all, beforehand, created rosters. We created like just basically like if we were the manager of our team, and we were able to pick. If you're the manager of your own favorite team, so for us it's Dodgers, Marlins, Angels, Twins. If you were the manager of your own team and you get to pick any player from your franchise. And what we decided to do is we're gonna do the starting 9 lineup. So all of the positions, and then instead of pitcher, obviously a DH, because pitchers are different. They're going to be in its own category. You have to also pick 5 bench players, and one of those bench players has to be a catcher. You don't, just to let you know, you don't have to say which player is the catcher.
I forgot the bench players.
Oh, you don't have to say.
And I did add a pitcher, sorry.
You don't have to say what player is the catcher on your bench. It's fine, just as long as you know you have to have one. So you have your starting 9 batting lineup, your 5 bench players, and then also what was I gonna say? You also need 3 pitchers for your starting rotation, and then 4 relievers. And then if you're smart, if you're smart,
Five.
5 relievers.
It was 5, and then one has to be a closer.
One has to be a closer. Okay, so 5 relievers.
I
With one
forgot.
of them
Were
being a
catchers
closer.
allowed in there? Because I have a catcher.
No, wait. Oh, no. 4 relievers. Sorry, you were right.
Okay, it's fine.
Looking at my own sheet.
It's fine. And even if we
Okay,
wanted to,
give me
we
a-
could like do like a small little. We could take some time and. But anyway, and guys, like, don't just list it off. Let us know why you picked certain players over other players. Like, get in depth. Let us know why you picked this. I want nostalgia. I want nostalgia. That's one of the other things I love in sports. Let's get some nostalgia in here, because a lot of these players are not current players. I know. I think the only person who could pick current players in this group is probably Alex. He's the only player who could probably pick current ones. So let's get some nostalgia in there, you know?
There's some old Dodgers players that I could pick, though.
Oh, and another rule. You cannot pick players from a team who is not your current one. We put this rule for the Twins fan and the Dodgers fan. So we know that the
So
Twins...
I can't pick any Brooklyn Dodgers players.
So yeah, so we know for Alex, he could not pick from the Brooklyn Dodgers, even though they were the same Dodgers. We're keeping it strictly to their city. And for in the Twins' sake, they had a different. They were relocated.
Though.
In the Twins' fans' sake, they were relocated from Washington. They used to be the Washington Senators, relocated to Minnesota. He could not pick a player from the Sens. I mean, I don't know why you want to pick a player from the Sens. They're pretty shit right now this season.
Yeah, the Sens suck.
Well,
they were terrible because they had.
That was a hockey
as
joke.
Manager.
That was a hockey joke.
That's Rangers, man.
That's what?
Yeah,
Ted Williams was
the Senators became the second Senators actually became the Rangers.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
We never had Ted Williams as manager.
Moved to Minneapolis. Yeah, he's right.
And again, just to cover it, because not a lot of us have gear on, so to cover it, to my left is Chris, Marlins fan. There's myself, the Angels fan. On bottom left is Tanner, the Twins fan, and below me is Alex, the Dodger fan. We picked from those teams, so and also those cities. So do we want to just go from left to right? Do you guys want to do that, or is anybody?
I'm trying to find mine at the
eager?
moment. Give me a little bit.
Okay, let me know this first. Is anybody either eager to go first or is not ready and wants to go last?
Give me some time. I'll go first as soon as I find the roster. I had it written down.
Alex will not go first. So out of the 3 of us, is anyone eager to go first? We'll start with Chris then. So we'll just go from left to right. So Alex, you're last. So it's gonna be Chris, myself, Tanner, and then Alex on my screen on Discord. So Chris, you are first. Take all the time you need.
All right, so I put it by position. Right now I'm going with my outfield. So I got Jeff Conine, Gary Sheffield, and Giancarlo Stanton. Jeff Conine, of course, Mr. Marlin. Gary Sheffield, loved his swing. And Giancarlo Stanton was our star right field before he got traded. There were a lot of other names I left out. For example, there was notable outfielders I left out. There was Cliff Floyd, Juan Pierre, Chris Coughlin, Marcelo Ozuna, Christian Yelich. But I had to go with the OGs from '97.
Not bad.
My infield, I got third base Mike Lowell. I got Miguel Rojas in short, Luis Castillo in second, Derek Lee in first, and Pudge Rodriguez in catcher. My rotation, Jose Fernandez, rest in peace, Livan Hernandez, and Kevin Brown. Now, when I was looking...
Just give him a second.
When I was looking up the rotation of '97, I didn't realize how many good pitchers the Marlins had in '97. There were so many. There was Kevin Brown, Al Leiter, Rob Nen, who was the closer. The pitching was stacked. So for my bullpen, I put the D train. Gotta go with the D train. Josh Beckett, Anibal Sanchez. My DH is Ichiro. My bench is Edgar Renteria, Ray Muto, D. Gordon, the GOAT of GOATs, Bobby Bonilla and Miguel Cabrera.
Question: I can have relief pitchers. Well, not relief pitchers, just the pitching lineup, or how many am I able to have?
So
I'm a National League.
So you need 4 relievers, and one of them has to be they don't have to, but you really need a closer. So 4 relievers.
Okay,
you need a closer if you're thinking smart
All right.
here.
Okay, because I have my closer. Let's see.
Okay, so funny, Chris, you had Ichiro as a DH. You didn't put him in the outfield, or not in the outfield, but I guess you didn't put him on the field.
He was mostly DH when he was here.
Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, that is true. His
All
very last season.
I've got my team.
If you're picking from Seattle, you would have him.
It took me a minute and I wrote it down. Anyway, all right, ready?
Yeah. Wait, no.
I have my team.
You're last. Okay, you found it. Good. Well, you are last. So next up is myself. I gave you guys what the formation was. I told you what the order was.
No, you did. I failed to keep track of where I kept the paper.
So I'm gonna go from the bottom up. I'm gonna go from the infield to the outfield. Behind the plate is Mike Napoli. Love to see him play, especially his batting. In the infield, at first base is the speedster Rod Carew.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, oldie but a goodie. At second, I got Howie Kendrick. Love seeing him play.
There you go.
At short, this was an interesting pick because there was somebody who was like a well-known Angel back in like the 80s and the 70s who played shortstop, and has a couple of records with them. But honestly, because I didn't see him play, and just because I love this guy instead, we just let him go too. So it hurts. It's Simba and Andrelton Simmons. Just let him go as well, so that hurts. And at third base, we got the 2002 World Series MVP, Troy Glaus. Love the guy. In outfield was probably the hardest thing to pick because there's a lot of good outfielders. And I have a little bit of a controversial pick. But in left, we have Garrett Anderson. In center is Mike Trout. Obviously, probably the best baseball player right now in this current season. And in right is Tim Salmon. My DH is the one, the only, the power bomb hitter, Vladimir Guerrero. Love the guy.
There
his
you
son
go.
is doing. I love Vladdy. Vladdy's my favorite. Vladdy's my favorite Angel.
Vlad Senior, he was one of the few high points during the mid 2000s.
Oh, he's my favorite player. That home run derby, the home run derby he did. Oh my God, that was awesome. Oh,
was it 2007 or 2008?
Watch that.
Oh,
man,
my God, I love that. Oh my God, I love Vladdy. On the bench, Brian Downing. Not a lot of catchers, so I needed a catcher. Brian Downing was next. My only downside is that a lot of these picks are outfielders, because like I said, we had a lot of good outfielders, so it might hurt me a little bit. But I got Brian Downing, Torrey Hunter, the OG, Torrey Hunter Sr. His son is also doing not bad. Jim Vergosi, probably the face of the Angels in the 80s. We got Sean Figgins. That's a myself pick. These last two are myself pick because I love these players. It's Sean Figgins, and then my last bench player. We also let him go recently. It's Cole Calhoun, doing bits for the Diamondbacks.
All right.
Here's the thing.
Debatable,
but it's debatable. So here's the funny thing. When I was picking this one, I picked Cole Calhoun, and I talked to a lot of other Angel fans as well because I was just like getting like info from them as well. I was like, yeah, so I want to pick Cole Calhoun. And he was like, yeah, I loved Cole Calhoun as an outfielder, but he was terrible in the plate. And yeah, he was terrible at the plate, but oh my goodness, highlight compilations of Cole Calhoun, especially some of those Gold Glove years, stellar. I love the guy, and I love the plays that he made.
Baseball is a three-dimensional sport. You need hitting, pitching, defense.
I know. And Cole Calhoun, as much as his batting wasn't the best, his outfield play was amazing. For pitchers, I've actually had a really good pick here, especially for my starting rotation. My starting rotation is crispy. I got Jared Weaver, the man with the slider. I got
my pen.
I got the lefty, Jim Abbott. And then I got obviously the goat pitcher from the Angels, Nolan Ryan. The stack starting.
I forgot Bo Jackson also.
Oh, stack starting rotation. I love that. I love that.
Forgot Bo Jackson.
So much. Bo Jackson.
You had Bo Jackson for 2 seasons.
I didn't know. I didn't know Bo Jackson was for 2 seasons with them. It's a stacked starting rotation. For my relievers, I got Francisco Rodriguez, an elite closer, especially during the World Series time. Troy Percival as well, neat closer. Love the guy.
You gotta have the GOAT on there.
Scott Shields. I'm getting there. Scott Shields. Great pitcher. And I know there's a lot of other pitchers. I know there's a lot of other great Angels pitchers. But you can't turn down big, sexy Bartolo.
Yeah!
Colon.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
The most relatable
Can't turn
player
him
of
There
all
you
time.
go.
You can't turn him
You
down.
nailed it. You nailed it.
If there is something that you need to know about everybody on this show, we love memes so fucking much. That's why we love clowning Bruce about Juju Smith-Schuster. We love clowning Joey about 11 and 5. And we are a huge fan of not only Roberto Luongo, but we are also huge fans of Bartolo Colon.
Bartolo
and of course
is the
he
GOAT
has to
of
be on my team.
baseball.
Of course he has to be on my team.
The big sexy.
Big sexy.
Yeah.
He could be sexy
I
with,
really
a
like this
big,
team.
with a big belly.
I really like this team. I honestly really like this team. There's a lot of great features on here, and I really love this team. So I'm really happy with the Angels picks in the past.
I'm just surprised at one thing.
Yep.
You could have picked Reggie Jackson.
Oh, that's right. They had Reggie Jackson.
And
for
you
a
know what
little while.
else? You know what else?
And he was actually
there's another
good.
Name. There's another name not on that list as well. Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols is
but
not on the list.
He was good for 2012.
So
and
yeah,
then
so here's
not
the
much
thing.
After that.
I counted in as well, just like Chris did with his list. I counted in what they actually did with the Angels. Albert
I gotcha.
not performing as well. I'm guessing Reggie Jackson. I'm gonna guess that because not a lot of people, including myself, knew that he was an Angel. Probably not impressive stats.
He was a
Because
part
he
of
was
your
remembered as
82
obviously the
team, I
Yankee great.
think.
But they're not on the list. Let's see,
Can't
Reggie
imagine
Jackson.
someone had to do
Rod
one of
Carew
those
was a
old
nice
teams.
touch, though.
Carew is a nice touch, yeah.
Mhm.
So he played with them for near the end of his career. Let's see.
You know who you should have put on your pitching lineup that would have sealed it? You could put Joe Kelly on there.
True. Oh, and I did not. Oh my God. I also did not put. Oh no, his name's blanking. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What did he play?
His name's blanking. Well, obviously he was a pitcher. Okay, I'm just gonna say it out there because it's the easiest way to get his name out there. The pitcher that literally died on the Angels like last year.
Tyler Skaggs?
It was Skaggs, yeah. I could have put
Actually,
Skaggs
if you wanted
on
a
the
better
list.
pitcher,
I
deceased
could've-
Angels pitcher, you could have picked Nick Aidenhart. Nick Aidenhart was
Yeah.
really good.
But Skaggs is another one that's also an honorable mention. R.I.P. Skaggs. I miss the guy. That guy was an amazing player.
I like
a lot of
Aidenhart
players
went
loved him.
before he got
A lot of
killed in
players
a car
love
accident.
Skaggs. Anyway, so yeah, that's my list.
Can I go?
Up next is the Twins.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting.
Ooh.
Okay, so my catcher, I picked Joe Mauer.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
My first baseman, I picked Harmon Killebrew. My second baseman, I picked Rod Carew.
Oh, yeah.
I picked Gary Gaetti for my third baseman. For my shortstop, I picked a guy you guys probably have never heard of, Zolio Versailles. In center field, I picked the GOAT, Kirby Puckett.
There you go.
Yeah.
In left field, I picked Dan Gladden. In right field, I picked Michael Kadire.
Yeah.
And my
there you go.
DH, I picked Big Poppy.
Yeah.
For my bench, I picked another guy that really only Twins fans know, but his name is Earl Batty. That's
I know who he was.
my catcher. I have two infielders, Cesar Tovar and Nick Punto. I also have two outfielders, Mr. Twin Tony Oliva and Torrey Hunter.
Yeah.
For my rotation, I have Frank Viola, Johan Santana, and Brad Racky. For my bullpen, I have Joe Nathan. For my closer, Jose Barrios, Jim Cott, and Bert Blyleven.
No Rusty Kuntz.
He never played for us, I don't think.
Trying to think what other.
You looked at
The
it.
Angels?
Way
You would
back.
think he was a Red Sox for the longest time.
He was on our 2002 team, the one that lost to him.
The Angels?
One of our, yes.
Yeah.
You're pointing the wrong
We
way.
still
You
curse
point-
Adam
it's
Kennedy's
fine.
I
name.
knew he was
It's
on
fine.
that
It's
team because
fine.
I remember him when they made the trade when I was a little kid. So I mean, I can remember him back to those days, which is funny because he was initially raised up in the Mariners farm system, that most people don't
Yeah.
realize, and so he ended up blowing up and then ended up getting more collateral at that point. I'm trying to remember how much the Red Sox put down to get him. It'll come to me later on, but I mean that's an unknown. Good pull. I mean that's something a lot of people don't remember.
Also, something I didn't point out after I set my list. I just want to throw that out there that my list, a lot of old Angels, they're not on the team right now. Our team is dog water.
Yeah.
So it was great to read off just because it felt nice, and now I realize I'm back on planet Earth.
Yeah, just
Back to
remember,
reality.
majority of these players I put for my team, I was like 10 years old.
Can I put the best manager of all time on mine too? I'm spoiled
yeah.
for
Well,
choice.
the whole
'Cause
point. So the whole point was that like you
That's
yourself
right.
are the manager, but like if you want to shout out a
I was
manager,
gonna say, I'm spoiled for choice because I have Joe Torre, Don Mattingly, Tommy Lasorda, and
Tommy Lasorda.
Leo
Oh, no.
DeRocher.
What do you mean?
Well, go
spoiled
with
for
Tommy
choice?
Lasorda,
You're not
I mean.
picking
Rest in peace,
Lasorda?
Mr. Thesora.
Yeah, it's true. I can't pick anyone other than Tommy. but-
Come on.
Anyway,
you
is it my
cannot
turn?
deny Tommy. That guy's a legend.
No, he was the best manager the Dodgers ever had.
He kicked out Yuppie.
He kicked
You guys-
out
he
Yuppie.
did.
No.
He did.
He also beat up the
He also
Philly
got
fanatic.
hit with a
And
bat.
he beat up the fanatic. The guy hated mascots with a passion.
He was a legend for it. Like that's the best thing about Tommy. He was unintentionally great. Instead of having fun with a mascot, you get to see the manager of the Dodgers get out on the field and beat your mascot up. How cool is it? That's why the Dodgers never needed one.
Well, you guys don't you guys have like that? Those huge bobbleheads that walk around Dodger
don't.
Stadium.
No,
They don't count.
we had them for like one season. I think like 2004, 2005. Then I don't know. Our fans are weird. We don't really like mascots for some reason.
Well, okay, and it's funny
Well,
because
it's
like
time-
not a lot of teams right now in American sports don't have mascots. A lot of teams do. I think the one that's off the top of my head is the Rangers don't have a mascot.
The Lakers don't have a mascot either.
Lakers don't have
The Yankees don't.
Yankees
They
don't
got
have a
Jack
mascot.
Nicholson though.
Yeah, that's our mascot.
I guess
Or
if,
Will
yeah, I
Ferrell
guess
or
if you want to
Flea.
pick if you want to pick celebrities as mascots, I guess.
Yeah, he's right though. The Lakers' biggest mascots are either Jack Nicholson or Flea.
And Snoop Dogg on occasion.
Knicks and the
although I don't know
Yankees
what the
is,
fuck's up with that guy.
Snoop Dogg.
Spike Lee.
Spike
Spike
Lee,
Lee.
yes,
Oh, he's also
exactly.
the
The Knicks is
mascot
of
Spike
the
Lee.
Knicks.
Spike
too.
Lee.
Knicks is
He's
Spike
the
Lee.
mascot of the Knicks too. No,
No,
the
Yeah.
mascot of the Knicks is James Dolan.
But anyway, yeah, that's a very interesting. It's
Wait,
that's it,
yeah,
that's
you
pretty,
guys cut
that's
out.
pretty
What was
interesting from Tanner's list is that a lot of them, like he said, like Twins fans would know this player. A lot of those names, I don't recognize them whatsoever. But apparently, like
I only knew two of them because my old boss was a really, really big Twins fan. He was actually from Minnesota.
oh,
So
Really?
we'd chat about baseball every once in a while. So that's where I learned a few of these people. But no, he's right. A lot of those people, I think, because the thing is, for the longest time, they were a very irrelevant franchise up until their run in the '90s. I mean, I hate to say it, but and then
We
like I was
sucked in the
saying, like, 'cause
'90s.
yeah, no,
Didn't you
early
win a World
'90s,
Series
Most
in
of
the
the
90s?
'90s. Yeah,
1991.
and then we had, after that we had 11 years of pretty much dormancy, and we almost lost our team.
oof.
Oh, that's right, because they were the other
Until
team in the
2002.
contraction plan. Because that
Yeah,
when the Expos
not a
went
lot of
under
people know
contraction,
that.
They almost relocated the Twins actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
the
Do tell.
the
Do tell.
2002 team is pretty much based. There were a bunch. There were. It was a part of the '94 strike. It was a parity between small market teams and big market teams.
Oh yeah. The
And
Twins, Expos, Angels, and a few other teams I know got hit by it the hardest. The hardest two were easily the Expos and Twins.
And they wanted to cut back the team that was making the least amount of money in the AL and the most least amount of money in the NL. That would have been the Twins and the Expos. But
yeah, because the thing is, the Expos. The sad thing is, the Expos were actually doing really well in terms of attendance throughout the mid '90s.
Yeah.
But even after '94, the problem was when Jeffrey Loria bought the team in 1999, he just ran it into the complete ground. Like, the problem is he canceled bilingual. The problem is, like, he was a terrible person. Like, he wasn't open to the idea of diversity, so he canceled bilingual like broadcast. So there wasn't even in French. You're in freaking Montreal.
Oh,
yeah.
So there wasn't any French. There wasn't even in Spanish. And the thing is, he fought everybody for TV broadcast rights.
Okay, as much as I would say, it would suck to not have a Spanish broadcast. French? Are you kidding me? In Montreal, you don't have a French broadcast.
You're in Montreal.
Quebec.
Are you serious?
What was the manager from the Mariners again who got pissed at the Japanese player who resigned because of his thing about why he never learned English?
That we addressed
can
on
you
the
imagine?
show? Yeah, I don't remember.
We addressed it last week.
Yeah, we addressed it.
That wasn't a manager. That was a CEO.
But
anyway,
still,
but that makes me so mad that Jeffrey Loria got away with because he was in that culture where it wasn't as hated as it is now.
Oh my God, I cannot believe he wouldn't have French programming.
Jeffrey Loria,
oh my God.
honestly, he can rot in hell.
Spanish, I guess that would kind of make sense. Spanish would kind of make sense being north.
Spanish, though, the problem is it was also to the biggest markets because the thing is the MLB kind of like the NBA thrives off of streams in China, Korea, and Europe and Africa. The thing is, for the MLB, the same as in the Caribbean, Central America, South America, because it's such and especially in Japan. Well, Japan, took a while to warm up for them, but especially the Spanish broadcast because those are huge down in Mexico, Cuba, Dominican, and so the fact that you're gonna cut that, I can understand why the league was pissed at him for that. But seriously, dude, that's their livelihood. I bet you half your players on your roster speak Spanish.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, enough of the gloom of the worst owner.
Both our teams, Alex, have Hall of Fame Spanish broadcasters.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
We have
Jaime Jarrín. Fellow Ramirez.
Anyway, enough of the gloom of the worst owner or second worst owner in MLB history. I shall now read you my team.
Are you done, Tanner?
No. Before we go on, I really want to get out how important that 2002 team was. We were playing under a cloud of contraction. We literally had to go to a judge in Minneapolis to even play in the Metrodome that season.
Wow.
It was on a 1-year lease, and basically the Twins came together, balled out, and pretty much went to the ALCS. First playoff appearance in 11 years.
That's so funny.
That's a good way to rally the fans.
Sorry, go ahead.
If that 2002 team hadn't made the playoffs, there wouldn't be a Minnesota Twins right now. I guarantee you that.
That's so funny because that's almost the storyline for Major League, and yet they were covering the Cleveland Indians. You could Major League could have been a
Did it almost happen to Seattle?
Oh, actually, that's right. Because Seattle,
Miami, actually, they were going to go to Miami.
Seattle too. Well, Seattle didn't have as dire problems, but the problem was because of budgetary reasons, they couldn't call up minor leaguers. I think until March of 2002 because they were the third worst team in the league in terms of funding at that point because their fan base was genuinely bad after the 2001 season.
Man.
Well, the problem is because they had such a horrible start to 2002, which is weird because they ended up picking it back up, made the playoffs, and then got eliminated by the A's.
Oof. That's so funny. You could literally remake Major League, say based on a true story, and it would be the Twins. Honestly, most of us have seen that
Florida.
movie. It is really close to that story. An owner who did not want to be in Minnesota, the stadium was literally had to go get permission just to play in the stadium. And the owner wanted to go to Miami. That's literally close to the dot on the storyline of that movie. Besides the fact that they picked up players like Penitentiary League and all of that shit. You'd obviously cut that out, but
the main reason why they wanted out of one of the biggest drivers of the contraction plan was actually Bud Selig, and he wanted to move into the Minnesota market for the Brewers.
Right. Because they just got a new
If you
ballpark. The problem
know,
is, sorry, go ahead.
if you know anything about Minnesota and Wisconsin, that is the one team you will not fucking support.
You're not gonna get
That's
like getting the Vikings fans taking their team away and making them support the Packers.
Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
No, they would. Oh my god, they would kill each other. Holy shit.
You
That's
would
crazy
piss
to
off a
think
lot
about.
of people.
I didn't know
The
that.
thing, most people don't realize also because the Mariners, weren't in as dire situation as the Twins were, but they were. I'm amazed though that they got lucky in the sense that had they not had the new ballpark, they not had because '95 they almost relocated it. Not most people don't remember.
Yeah.
And the Rangers in the mid '90s went bankrupt after George Bush actually sold the team. And they almost moved to Tampa. Well, actually, it was right before Bush. Sorry, the previous owner before he sold it to Bush, they almost moved to Tampa Bay.
Mhm.
Anyway, is that your team, Tanner?
Yep.
Alright, that's not the Dodger. Right, Dodger time.
Problem is, this took me a long time, but I had to balance out the best people in one of the longest storied franchises.
I think if
sport.
anybody's gonna have the hardest time picking a dream team, it's gonna be Alex.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest here, guys. If anybody's gonna have the hardest time picking a dream team,
No,
it's
imagine
Alex.
if someone was like from a team from over 100 years ago.
Yeah, so we talked about this. If any of us were a Yankees or Red Sox fan,
Dodgers,
holy shit.
Oh yeah. The problem is, like, I had to exclude certain people from the Brooklyn team, which was extremely difficult because there were some great dudes. Like, you had Pee Wee Reese, you had Don Drysdale,
you had the rules.
Duke Snyder, like Sandy Koufax. I had to. Problem is, there was someone better than Sandy Koufax I had to put on there, but actually, now that I think about it, he kind of counted because he still played in the '59 World Series.
He played in LA.
That's right. Damn it. Anyway, I'll cross out one name and wait. All
right. Anyway,
I'll just read you this. I'll cross out Hiroki Kuroda and put. 1 second. Let me cross out and put. Anyway, you know what I meant. Anyway, ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, first base. This is a very long mixture of people from my personal favorite Dodgers to some of the greatest in the franchise. So, what was the list? We could have two DHs, right?
Well, no. So you have so you do your
one
starting
DH.
9. So no, it's the starting 9 and then 5 bench players.
Okay. All right, starting 9. Start off first base. I put Cody Bellinger. Second base, I put Steve Sachs. Third base, I put Justin Turner. The Dodgers weren't really known for their infielders, I hate to say, and the only other good people I could qualify have played in Brooklyn. And at center field, I put Mike Scioscia. On the mound, I put the man himself. Oh wait, I forgot. On shortstop, I had Maury Wills. I had to put the man himself, Fernando, on the mound. In right field, I had my favorite Dodger. My favorite Dodger as a little kid, although he's more remembered for his time winning World Series with the Blue Jays, is Sean Green. Center field, Dodger great at the 2000. Come on, I had to put Andre Ethier. The left field, I had to put Dusty Baker.
ASU legend, Andre Ethier.
Yeah, Ethier. He was. I'm so sad. The Astros stole that from him because he never won a ring because of them. He was with our franchise from 2004 to 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. That's so sad. Anyway, on the pitching lineup, my DH. This was a tough decision because I was deciding between Steve Yeager and Mookie, but in terms of batting stats and relevance, I had to put Mookie reluctantly. Albeit it's not exactly a downgrade, but anyway, obviously Fernando's the starting pitcher, but in the backup I had Clayton Kershaw, Pedro Martinez, Hideo Nomo, and Sandy Koufax.
Nice. I agree with the Valenzuela pick.
Well, he was the best pitcher, arguably. No, he's the best pitcher we ever had. Especially to our culture, like he was like what Kobe is to the Chinese. No, but for us, he was homegrown. He was like, if you go down in the middle of Mexico in whatever village, it's le gusta que mirar la televisión Fernando, ¿qué? Fernando de los Dodgers. Fernando, yeah, Fernando. Like everyone knows what you're talking about down there, and that's how much of an impact he had. It wasn't just a skill, but for us, he was the man for us.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
on top of that, he was also just the most badass pitcher you ever had to face on the mound. I mean, I can't remember. I think he's thrown like what 4 no-hitters and
Wow.
2. Didn't he have like 2 or 3 perfect games in his whole span of time
Wow.
with the Dodgers?
Oh my God. That's
he was a living
that's a
legend.
lot just coming from one pitcher. You know, a lot of pitchers,
Fernando-
most pitchers that are really good have like maybe 1 or 2, at least perfect
Fernando-
games. Like a couple.
I could be wrong because I remember his last one was in 1991 against the Cardinals, and then he threw one against the Giants in 1981, and I think there was one he threw in the mid 80s, but he was injured like 86, 87, 88. But no, that man was just an absolute stud.
So I'm curious. This is a thing like me and Alex are gonna understand. I don't think anybody else is gonna in this group is gonna get it besides me and him. I heard you had Mike Scioscia on that list.
Mhm.
Did he win a ring with the Dodgers?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes, 88.
So-
he was on the 88 team.
Mike Scioscia is probably the only person who can live to tell the tale of winning a ring with both Southern California baseball teams. Won a
Now that you
ring
think
with the
about it,
Dodgers as a player,
Yes.
and then
you think about
2002
it.
as the manager of the Angels.
That is true.
That's like if you're like an LA fan,
Yeah,
that's crazy
that's-
to think about that you would switch allegiance and still win. Like that's. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
that's-
actually no, Dustin Penner.
Yeah, that's right.
I just thought about that. Dustin
Right.
Penner. Dustin Penner won a ring with the Ducks, and then we traded to get him on our roster when we were playing for 2012.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He didn't win a ring in
hate
2014, but he got the ring in 2012. So.
2012, yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, Scioscia was the manager of the Angels and led them to the 2002.
He was
World
the
Series
Dodgers
win.
center fielder.
And then
The
he
thing
was a
is-
Dodger.
Weirdly enough, like sprinkled in there, we had our own mix, kind of like the Angels, who had a bunch of like, I mean, at that point they were kind of like the Cardinals of the 80s and 90s. Like they had a whole lot of like he was saying, Reggie Jackson,
Yeah.
and the Dodgers were no different because we had the mid 90s weren't the best of times for us. And the thing is, we had Darryl Strawberry, Kirk Gibson. Okay,
Yeah.
Kirk Gibson. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't a bad player, but he's remembered for like 2 playoff moments. But he wasn't really. People prop him up more than he actually contributed to the team, which is why. I mean, Dodger fans, yeah, they'll have the picture of his walk-off, but honestly, he didn't really contribute as much as like Scioscia, Steve Sachs, or Valenzuela
Right.
did. But there was a bunch of people we had and probably there was some people that honestly I'm kind of sad we let go too early. Because we were also victims of it for a little while from the big market teams. But amazingly, it didn't hit us that hard. Hideo Nomo and Pedro Martinez was just a stupid trade. We should have never traded at the beginning.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Mike Piazza was another one, though. It was Piazza,
Oh.
which is funny because I have his jersey.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah.
He was a Marlin for like a
From
minute.
Piazza played a really damn good career for the Dodgers. Actually, now that I think about it, he might have been on the World Series roster.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he was.
Let's see, Piazza. Well, because he spent most of his time with the Mets after that, though.
Right.
98. He played with the.
I know he went to
was
the World
lone,
Series with the Mets.
He was the lone bright spot of the Dodgers throughout the 90s, though. That's why I got his jersey. That he was also really good friends with Kerry King from Slayer. Yeah, not many people knew that.
Did Piazza?
He was
But,
with the Marlins for like a minute.
Yeah, he was. That was Jesus. So that was probably the most difficult list I ever had because shortstop. Look at how many people we've gone through, and at the same time, if it weren't for Ricky Henderson, though, Maury Wills had the stolen base record. The second
No
most
Manny
stolen
Ramirez,
bases.
I'm surprised.
Well, the problem is he played for the Dodgers for only a very small blip of time, and that was plagued with steroids when we found out after he left.
Yeah.
That's the same reason I liked Matt Kemp as a kid, but the thing is, it doesn't overshadow. He wasn't the best of teammates. He wasn't the best guy on the field, and he also took steroids. He was also very one-dimensional.
So I'm trying to look.
Come on,
up
you could.
I'm trying to look up to see if Mike Piazza ever won a World Series ring.
No, I
Did
don't
he?
think he did.
Oh, because he might have been on the Dodgers throughout the '90s, because we fell apart in the '90s.
So he helped the Mets go to the 2000 World
2000
Series, but
World
they got
Series,
beat
yeah.
by the Yankees.
By the Yankees.
In the
Yeah.
Subway Series.
Oh man, what the
No, he never did.
Never did.
I think he
What
did.
year did he join the Dodgers?
92 he joined the Dodgers. He left the Dodgers in 98.
Yeah. He played with us during the Lost era.
Yeah, I don't think
That's another team robbed of a playoff run.
I don't think Piazza has a ring, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
He
When did he
hasn't looked
retire
like it.
exactly?
Huh? He retired in 07
With the who?
with the
The Mets.
Athletics.
Oh, the A's.
With
Okay.
the
Did he have a 1-day contract?
Oh no, I don't
Probably.
know. I mean,
No, he did. He did because that was the
so
2007.
after not being signed to any MLB team for the 2018, Piazza announced his retirement. So he was a free agent. Nobody picked him up, and he decided to retire.
The
But
Dodgers,
no,
I think, had a ceremony.
Piazza
for him.
does not have a ring, unfortunately,
No,
sad.
which is sad. Yeah.
that sucks. So put Piazza in. Yeah, because not many people realize it. We had Darryl Strawberry for 3 seasons.
Mhm.
Yeah, he he jumped on the bandwagon immediately after we won the '88 World Series, and then he fell into drug addiction, and his stats were horrible for the Dodgers. He was a terrible player
that sucks.
for us. Well, he's since recovered, which is funny because he joined the Yankees and won another World Series. But Hiroki Kuroda was my other decision though for pitching, but I'd put Sandy Koufax because he's Sandy Koufax.
Right.
That guy was a stud, and the problem is he fit our lineup really well because Mattingly and Torrey used him the best. But then the Yankees outbid us for him. That's the few times you'll ever see that. That's the biggest pissing contest in all of baseball. The Dodgers and Yankees trying to get someone's contract.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they ended up picking up Hiroki Kuroda. They flogged him to death because they had like almost nobody in their pitching lineup in those days. Now that I think about it, though, he did get a ring. So what do I know? On the 2019.
With that, this was a really great nostalgia trip. This was a really fun activity. Thank you, Tanner, for doing the idea. We will be probably doing this on the hockey show, so watch out for that one. We'll probably be doing the same concept on there.
Would you put Marty McSorley on the all-time great Kings team?
Oh my God! Not with that bend in his stick. Anyway,
oh my God.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining us on this journey.
Thank you guys.
Make sure to tune in on Mondays for our hockey show. Make sure to tune in next Wednesday for probably the biggest breakdown in NFL free agency as it's about to get wild.
Shit hits the fan.
If you guys liked what you saw and what you heard, make sure to hit that like button.
Smash the like button and subscribe.
Smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more content. Lets us know that we're doing a great job. And comment what you want to see or what you want us to do. If you have any great ideas, we definitely read the comments because
we're open to criticism. We're open to criticism.
We are open to criticism. There's not that many comments in there, so if you have anything, it'll be on the top of the list. We will read it, and
all publicity is good publicity.
So make sure to comment if you have anything.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
No publicity is bad publicity.
No publicity is bad publicity.
With Joey and Bruce, we technically have any publicity on this, technically. So make sure to hit that like button.
We need to get Bruce and urinating tree in an armed dealer pissing contest.
I already hate the fact that Bruce and Joey were on the stream with 5 points. Let's not get
I'm
him
gonna need
debating with
a hazmat suit for all that stall.
Yeah, no.
I like how Joey, of all the streams, he's like, I gotta work, guys. We get urinating tree. Okay, I'm here. Or we get 5. Oh, okay, hey guys.
Anyway, thank you guys so much. If you like what you saw, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.